All right, hello and welcome to the May safety meeting. Here we go. So on the airplanes, 28 Fox, there's nothing to brief. 60 Romeo is at Cecil County right now in the middle of an annual. 50 Echo is down for the attitude indicator and the compass. We've got those sent away and we're waiting for them to, they're gonna overhaul them, we're gonna get them back. 273 is flying good, 011 is flying good, there's nothing to brief. 63 Tango is flying good right now. It's actually it's due for an annual this month. We got some reservations held against it, so it's gonna depart on the 27th of May for its annual. The discussion items today, so just so you know what we did in April, we had 93.3 flight hours against 135.5 maintenance hours. We had 72 hours of instruction. Last month we had 39 flights canceled for the weather, and we had 7 no-fly days. So once again, like I brief on all the safety meetings, please make sure that you're current prior to flying. So far we've been doing a pretty good job. We've had a couple people try to dispatch that weren't current, and some of those were just mistakes. So make sure that when you finish your flights that you account for all your takeoffs and all your landings and not just your takeoffs. So also, like I briefed last month, we still have that pilot information file, or the PIF, that's set beside the computer. I download or I'll print out some current items, like when Mr. Williams emails us about TFRs or runway construction or something that might affect us as flyers here in Dover. I usually put those in there, so please make sure that you at least look through tab 2 of the pilot information file. So right now we're still in the middle of the bird nesting season, so please take extra time to look for bird nests. We've already went over the areas that you need to look for, so please make sure that you're doing that because we're still finding bird nests. And also on that, so when you return, if nobody's here, can you please put back the paper and the blanket the best you can to where they were. And everybody that was talking about the heat of the exhaust when you're done, so go ahead and fuel the airplane, take care of the paperwork, and then you can come back and the exhaust should be cool enough that you can put your paper or the blanket around. So that's how we get around that. And once again, please use your checklists when it comes to parking and securing. I know you guys use them while you're flying, so we're still finding like chocks not installed, tow bars are still on the airplane, pitot tube covers, and doors aren't locked. So I'm gonna keep briefing that until we actually go a month without one. Also, so please still wipe down the aircraft with your with the disinfectant wipes. And if you're out, please let me know so we can put more in. And also, you notice it's May, it's warm, and there's bugs out now. So please, 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 we put a bucket of water out there right by the fuel pit with a brush and a rag. So please, when you're done flying, please wipe off your wing leading edges and also the struts. And also make sure that you guys are getting around the intake and stuff as well, where all the bugs. So the more we can keep off there, the better we are. And also we're gonna make sure that we have pledge in the aircraft with a rag. So as soon as you're done flying, can you please clean the aircraft windshield with pledge? It's easier on it than the brush and everything when you guys do it with the water. So once again, we use water for the winglet, the wing leading edges and the struts, and we use pledge for the windshields. So today's safety brief is going to be nobody other than Casey Mormon, and I think today he's going to talk about pressure and density altitude.
Quick and easy, right? It's May, end of the month, it's going to start getting hot, so a few things with that. One, hydration is important. It's very hot in these airplanes, as you know, knowing where the vents are. Brief your passengers where the vents are, especially the vents in the back, how they work. Being that it's a ram air vent, if your vent in the front is all the way open, the passengers in the back are probably not getting much air. So be aware of that for air sickness purposes. Pressure and density altitude, also important, changing with the weather. It's getting hot. I know we have 2 miles of runway here, but that's something that's important to consider when you're going into smaller airports like Smyrna or Claremont, what have you, around the country. But keep in mind, pressure and density altitude are going to start rising. So in the winter, it's maybe not such a big deal here, but in the summertime, it can be deadly. Aside from that, touching on the bird nesting stuff, make sure you remove all the paper before you go fly. Be aware that it is in there. and take the time to look underneath where the nose gear strut is and make sure you get all the paper out of there before you go flying. Understand that could become a hazard. We're also looking at making some kind of something similar to the Bruce's custom cover for the cowling. Obviously we don't want to spend $600 on every airplane and buy covers, so we're going to take a look at that. Again, TFRs, they're going to be out there. I'm not going to work that one too hard. I'll try to send out emails every time I get them, and I believe that's it.
So if ATIS is not available, how do you determine your pressure altitude?
All these questions are going to be written at the end of my video. Otherwise they'll be available in the meeting minutes. But to determine our pressure altitude, you're going to set your altimeter to 2992, and that is your pressure altitude as indicated on the altimeter.
Okay, where is the bucket located to wash the wings, leading edges, and struts?
The bucket is going to be on the hanger side of the fuel tank. So right next to it there should be a red bucket, hopefully, with a brush and the rag in it. The easiest way to do that I found is to take the brush off the wing leading edges and the struts, and then go back with the cloth and kind of semi-dry it. It takes all the water spots and gets all the residual stuff off.
And last one is, what should the aircraft windows be washed with?
Okay, I think you hit on this pretty good. Pledge, that's what we're washing the windows with. Another thing with that, you're not going side to side, you're not doing circles, it's up and down.
All right, well, once again, thanks for attending the May safety meeting. Once again, I will ask the questions. So question 1 is, if ATIS is unavailable, how do you determine your pressure altitude? Number 2 is, where's the bucket located when washing, or for washing the wings, leading edges, and the struts? And the third question is, what should the aircraft windows be washed with? Or what do you use to wash the windows on the airplane? So other than that, our next meeting will be the second Tuesday of June. So until then, fly safe. If you have any questions, go ahead and email us or call us or let us know. So once again, thanks for supporting the Aero Club.